Бояна и аз Адриана от Студио Комплект, част от екипа на Генератор. Занимаваме се с темите дизайн и архитектура от много години и всъщност чрез това място бихме искали да събираме съмишленици и да се срещаме в разговори за тях, да предприемаме сътрудничества и да представяме добри практики от нашата страна и от чужбина, както е случай с Дизайнис.
Здравейте и от мен. Дизайнис е всъщност първият формат, който Генератор продуцира сам с помощта на своя партньор Прототип. Това е една платформа на Société Générale Express Bank, която е за изкуство и култура. Тя подкрепя млади автори. Ние сме изключително щастливи, че започнахме дейността на Генератор именно с този формат, защото целта му е да организираме различни събития, в които да представяме дизайна, широкото приложение на дизайна и това, че това е тема не само за строги професионалисти, ами и за всички, защото тя касае наистина голяма част от нас и искаме да представим чрез различните теми това разнообразие на дизайна. Започнахме юли месец с една по-теоретична лекция, когато бяхме поканили Даниел Чарни, който е куратор. Продължихме след това с графичните дизайнери от Студио Тоник и преди 2 седмици имахме лекция от Емануил Клисаров, който е автомобилен дизайнер. Сега днес продължаваме с продуктов дизайн и сме изключително щастливи, че можем да ви представим именно това студио.
Да, много е вълнуващо, точно споделях на Бояна преди старта на събитието, когато следиш и четеш за работата на един продуктов дизайнер, в случая BK. Сме писали за тях през 2007, запознавали сме се с тях в студиото им в Брюксел, тогава бе в Белгия и сега след толкова години да следим развитието им и да ги видим на живо, за мен лично е много вълнуващо. Надявам се и на вас да ви хареса лекцията. Те са много близки до темите, които засягаме в формата дизайна, защото всъщност се опитват да правят силно утилитарни предмети, влагайки много мисъл в тях и всъщност завъртайки някои от елементите в различна посока, така че те да са нестандартни, да подобряват настроението и средата, в която живеем. Представям ви Елрик Ти, който е един от основателите на BK, те са дума иначе, който е с нас тази вечер.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. It's good like this? Everybody hear me? Yes? Good, thank you. Then thank you for coming. Thank you for the introduction, too. I will try to explain you tonight what happens in our design studio based in Switzerland, what we are doing, some experience, some anecdote, too, and some product. Then we'll have an idea of what we are doing. First of all, something very basic, but it helps sometimes to explain what we do. Our studio is called BK, Nespresso Switzerland, Lexon in France, Muji in Japan, Karimubu in Japan. As a lot of designers, we receive some prize, but it's important in a way, but the Good Design Award is the Japanese prize, and we are proud to get it because it's very difficult to get it if you are not Japanese. And some of our objects are in collection like MoMA or things like that. Okay, we are 3 designers. We met at school at ECAL in Switzerland, in Lausanne. It's the design school in Lausanne. Augustin is French, Grégoire is Swiss, and I'm Belgian. Then we are a very tiny multinational of design with 3 nationalities. This is not the view of our studio. We would like to have this kind of view, but it's maybe somebody have seen this beautiful lake. It's a Geneva lake. Here is Lausanne. You see the Alps, and it's good to work in Lausanne because when you... It's not me. Okay. When you finish your very hard day, you can go swimming in the lake or go in the mountain like you here. I've seen you have also a nice mountain to go to ski. Some people call Lausanne like San Francisco or Switzerland because there are a lot of maybe some setting. Maybe it's better. We'll see. San Francisco, Switzerland, because there are a lot of, I think it's better, thank you. A lot of startup, university, research departments, and it's very exciting to be designer in this kind of surrounding because you can meet a lot of different skills. This is the studio. It's a small space with a table behind the three guys, which is the founder of Big Game. And we work over there, and we have a team of very young designers. They are around 25 years old, and they work for us. There are 4 people. At all, we are 7 in the studio. This is the first product we made together, still at school. I don't know here in Bulgaria, but in France or in Belgium, this kind of hunting trophy is very popular. It's in a way the symbol of the heritage. And if you have a big family with a beautiful house, you can receive it when you receive your heritage. But as with Big Game, we don't have this kind of family with beautiful house and beautiful hunting trophy. We decided to make it ourselves. And it's a heritage that people can buy themselves, like IKEA heritage. And then it's a flat pack heritage, like this. This is the king size, and here is the smallest one, that's a moose, and here is a hoodie. This is the travel, it's easy because I take it back in the plane. And it's like, everybody understands, it's easy to build. And okay, it was our first product. And this product gives also the name of our studio, which is Big Game. And Big Game means in English hunting big animals, and we thought a long time ago it was a good idea to call ourselves Big Game, but now we have to take this name forever, which is not every day easy because it's a bit a jokey name. But we try to do our best to give a kind of good image to this name. At the beginning of the studio, hopefully we were friends, and we are still friends now, which is the biggest achievement of Big Game because it's difficult to stay friends when we work together. We start without any clients. Then we decided to design a chair which is different if we compare with the other chair you have on the market. And the intuition was very simple. We like the beauty of a tube, and design a chair only with tubes. And technically, it's simple. It's a bending tube in steel with foam and with also fabric. The story behind the chair is, I don't know if you know, but in Switzerland, typeface is something very important. Then here is Universe. This is the name of the typeface. It's a famous typeface. Oh, sorry. Take care of this. And the name of the chair is Bold Chair. And the design process was very simple. At the beginning is light, medium. Here is bold, and extra bold, and here is extra bold. And we stop here, and we call it a bold chair. During the process, this is the first mock-up made out of a PVC pipe, water pipe, easy to find in the DIY. It's very ugly, but no problem. If it's ugly at the beginning and nice at the end, it means we do something not too bad. And during the process, this is the second mock-up, and after you see up on the right is the mold to the real production of the chair to inject the foam. And after that, we went into another factory. It's a factory who produced the socks, like this. And we asked the producer to produce a sock, but 2 meters long, which was so funny. And they enjoy a lot the process, and they enjoy the chair, and they decide to send us some pattern we didn't ask, but they were involved and they sent us this idea of pattern. Unfortunately, it's not. We don't do it, but it was nice idea. And for an idea like this, like a simple intuition, the very good news to us is this chair is now into the collection of the MoMA in New York. Even the chair don't sell very well. The producer sells about 200 pieces every year, which is very low for a production of a chair, but it's in the MoMA collection. That makes us happy. After that, we started a collaboration with Japan. It was our first big client, and then we are often in Japan with big game, and we enjoy a lot, as you see. And we work now for the biggest producer of wooden furniture in Japan. The company is called Karimoku. It's close to Nagoya. The factory is huge. It's like a real town with a lot of different buildings. And it's always exciting to be there and see all the skills of the facilities. On the left, you see the craftsmen walking into the workshop, very precise, Japanese. And on the right side is a robot making a movement like a human, which is also very impressive because we never seen this kind of robot into the wood industry. I used to see this kind of robot into the car industry, but in the wood industry it was a surprise to us. And for this company we start with the design of this chair, which is very simple, compact. It's a chair for Japanese market because they don't have a lot of place, and it's the reason why it's a compact chair. It's compact, but normally very comfortable. You see here is the early mock-up of to try the comfort of the chair. It's not a toilet, it's just a mock-up. And at the end, because as a designer, we always have to try what we do before we launch the product, of course. And you have here an image of the process of the production of the chair. And when the product is almost ready, it's the last thing we have to do is to try if it's resistant or not. And the weight is about 120 kilo, and they do this movement, the machine, more than 20,000 times. And if it resists, they can launch it. It's good to know. And every day, not every day, but every year, we add some new pieces to the collection. Then this is the chair, the table, the low chair, the stools. And last year we launched the sofa. The launch is always in Milan, and which is an important moment for designer interested by furniture design. Here, it's not furniture design. It's the first product we made in injected plastic with big game. It's a USB memory stick. It was 6 years ago, and Praxis is a company based in Hong Kong, and they asked us to design this USB memory stick, but you know all the memories is only on this small part here. Then at that time, the USB memory stick became smaller and smaller and smaller, and as small that we lose it. So it's not easy to find it in the pocket or in the bag. And then we decided to come with a simple idea to give a new materiality of this object with the very basic shape of a pencil. Everybody knows a pencil is good in the hand. It's easy to find in the pocket, even in the bag, and also it's a beautiful shape. This box of pencil, of 12 pencil, to give the colors of this USB, and we send the box directly to the factory in China for the color matching, because it's not easy to get the good colors with the plastic injection. And then for the white it's easy, but for the other color it's difficult. And then we send it, and we have now all the range of colors, and it's perfect. But I have this, you can look. I have all my life on this USB, and see if I can see it back tonight. And then I took this in the flight to give it to you, because if we can touch the object, it's better, because design is a matter of reality. A very, very small object for a small company in France is the small bird with the eyes glowing in the dark, like this. It's difficult to show you here, but if the eyes take the light during the day, and during the night gives back the light. Back here. And it's very geometric, very simple. Let's continue with this demonstration. But the idea is, yes, here we didn't know that before, but in Portugal they are the biggest producer of cork in the world. And then this company produced a cork stopper for a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne. And to produce this cork, you see here is the shape of a cork. And this guy produced this cork stopper. It's very precise, but the leftover is huge. The leftover is here, and you will see what we will do with the leftover. It's like for the garbage. And then now they decide to recycle this material, and they grind it, they reduce it in powder, and after they ask some designer to do something with this powder. As cork is floating, we decide to do a boat like this. And I think yes, and we designed 3 different boats: a sailboat, a speedboat, and other boat, I don't know his name. And I give it to you. And we thought it's simple, but at the beginning the boat was floating like this, and now we solved the problem with the metal part inside, and now it's working very well. Then being industrial designer, it's a really nice job, but we need to meet the right people at the right moment to produce something. And once we received an email from Alberto Alessi, maybe normally everybody knows Alessi, which is a brand for tableware in the north of Italy. It's a family business. Then Alberto is the grandson of the founder of the company. And he sent us an email and he asked, okay guys, please, could you please design a Swiss anonymous functional object? We were okay, why not? It's difficult to figure out, because when we see the range of Alessi, we see a lot of poetic object with a lot of energy, and he asked us to make something very simple. But we proceed, we like that too, and we made it, and it's a very basic box. Here's the box. With the black part is in plastic, and in the the handle is in wood. It's a very versatile object that people can use on the desktop to put the pencil and things like that, or a very small toolbox for maybe a toolbox for Father Day because it's very small. And then I continue this. Yeah. And we met these two people too, which is this is Matt and Rolf Hey. They are from Denmark, from Copenhagen, and they start 14 years ago a brand called Hey. It's their name, and that's the name of the brand. Hey. It's a young company, but very, very strong on the market now, and they asked us to design something for the entrance of the house, and we came with this idea of a rail in aluminium with hooks in wood, sliding on the beam in aluminium, and the shape gives a small room for the letters in the entrance, because we always forget the letters we have to put in the mailbox, and this kind of object that help in the everyday life. And it was the first product we made for we made for this company. And after we came with this idea of designing a laundry basket, but less ugly than the laundry basket on the market. Then we explained to Rolf and Matt Hey that okay, a laundry basket, if you look on the market, they are all with weird colors and very weird shape. And we'll try to do something good with the same amount of material. And they said, okay, let's try. And we send this design, and they proceed. And when they proceed, they send us, we send our design to them, and they say, okay, we like, and now we will buy this block of iron, which is very expensive. And they send an email, and they told us, they write, are you sure about the design? Is it is it stackable? All is fine, are you sure? And we didn't sleep during 2 nights, because they buy this block, which is very expensive. After the tooling to machining this is very expensive too. And at the end, when we received this small movie, we went to drink a beer, because it's all good at the end. It's the first model coming out to the mall. Sorry for the quality of the movie, but it was a big emotion to receive, you can imagine. And now it's a real product, then it's stackable, and everything is going well. It's about, it's 2 sizes, a big and a large and a small size. Yes. And we continue to work with this company, and we just produced this cutlery. We call it Everyday because we think it's a cutlery easy to use every day. This one is gold, but if people prefer the silver for the everyday life, it's okay, also no problem. And then why we call it Everyday? We call it Everyday because it's a real object for the daily life. It's comfortable in the hand, easy to clean, comfortable also when you eat something. And it's also an affordable product. And just a quick image. It's me. Into the studio we have a 3D printer, and then we print all the cutlery before. And after we test it really we go in the restaurant and we test it and we work it, and it's like that to be sure everything is going well with the product. And here is for the airplane company Swiss. Because sometimes in the design we can decide exactly what we want to do, like the chair I showed you at the beginning, the bolt chair. It was an idea and we designed the chair. But sometimes, as with a client like Swiss, it's totally different because the shape of this small box is completely a functional shape. At the end, the aesthetic I think it's nice, but it's only about decision from the beginning to the end, only functional decision. Then, to understand a product like this, we start with this, because this container contains, if we divide it, it contains the trolley. If we divide the trolley, we have some drawers like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. And if we divide the drawers, it's exactly the size of a 12 box like this. And then the shape of the box is the result of all the mathematics of this experience of logistic. And why we designed this object for Swiss? It's simple. The Swiss crew, the in-flight crew, said it's impossible to continue like that. When we serve the diner, after we have a lot of garbage and it's absolutely not sustainable. At home, we clean everything, we share, the paper is in the paper, the plastic is in the plastic, but in flight, we put everything into this trolley, and after it's a mess, it's a nightmare, and then we would like to solve this problem, and then this box is in plastic, but it's a reusable box. Then we can wash it 100 times. And in a way, it's a solution to reduce the trash into the flight industry. And this is something exciting I'd like to share with you. It's as a small design studio like our studio, Big Game, we have we are always working in different fields, and then we learn a lot for each industry, and then. The shape of this box is like a bento, because we travel a lot in Japan for the Japanese manufacturer of wood, and then we thought, okay, why not this kind of shape of bento, and then all the design we are doing interact together. And it's an influence from Japan, but it's for Swiss, which is cool to us. And then when you open the bento, it's not for a flight to Tokyo, it's not for 12 hours, it's only for a flight for 4 hours, like from Zurich to Tel Aviv, or something like this. Then it's the reason why it's a small box. And the shape you see here, the long one, is the place for the cheese, the Swiss cheese, of course, because it's for Swiss. And then the boxes are stackable, and when they clean it, all the radius, all the detail inside the box are designed to be easy to clean. Even a rice or a small quinoa cannot be stick inside. That's being designer is sometimes very sexy. We do a chair, it's very exciting, it's fun. You know? Sometimes it's exactly like that, which is also very fun to us. And here, it's working for IKEA was like a dream to us, for a very simple reason. Since the beginning of Big Game, all the furniture in the studio is IKEA because it's affordable, and also in our flat is a lot of IKEA. And then finally we designed a shelving system for IKEA. It's fun because we didn't design a small object for them like a glass or a candle holder or something like this. we, by chance, we touched the core business of IKEA, which is the shelf. Everybody knows the Ivar shelf, it's all in pine wood. But no, in the Ivar, you have this cross to make it stable. And we decide to avoid this cross, then this shelf works without this cross. Because this here is wood, and the plank, the grey plank, are in very thin folded steel. And then when all the planks are screwed to the structure, the shelf is very, very strong. And it's very simple. It looks like it's a basic shelf, but to us it's very important that the most important thing are the things you put on the shelf and not the shelf itself. And also it's stable, which is good. And without this cross, you can use it, people can use the shelf as a divider into the space. Then they are not obliged to put the shelf along the wall, and it's what we made for IKEA. They just launched it 2 months ago. It was an emotion to buy for the first time a product we made at IKEA, because we bought them the shelf ourselves to make the photo shooting, to show you this image, because IKEA in the contract they didn't give to the designer a shelf. We have to go and buy. And last project I show you tonight, it's a chair, but the size of the chair is a chair like this for kids, very small. And the briefing we received from this company called Magis in Italy is simple, but it's very difficult to achieve. It's please designer, we would like a chair who grew up with the kids since 2-year-old to 8-year-old. Okay? And then we try a lot of the ideas, and the one they decide to produce is this one. The body is in plastic, here is ash wood, it's a very strong wood, and then the chair is strong. And I don't know if you see it, but it looks like it's a detail, but it's important. Here is the lowest position, and here is high. And then that's a proposal during the process. As it's a company based in Italy, we took the color of the Italian flag to try to influence a little bit, because they love their flag. But just I've seen today, it's also the color of the Bulgarian flag. And